announcing the arrival of World Travelers Toastmasters Club number 079679399.
We have proven that we do not have to be in the same room to be united, to encourage each other, to succeed, and to celebrate together.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, fellow Toastmaster and distinguished guests. Welcome aboard the flight of World Travelers Toastmasters Club. Before we begin our journey, please fasten your seatbelts, sit back comfortably, switch on your brightest smile, and get ready for an exciting flight filled with learning, laughter, and friendship. Our cabin crew is ready, our passengers are on board, and we are prepared to take off. To officially open today's meeting, please join me in welcoming our club president, Tamami Nagayama. Madam President, the virtual runway is yours.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Let's celebrate together for our final meeting of this term with a big bang with our honorary member, past international president, Richard Peck, and world champion of public speaking, Mohamed Qahtani. And let's celebrate together in welcoming our new leaders. Now let me welcome our Toastmaster of the day, Maggie. Maggie has been an educator for over 2 decades. She serves as president of 7 a.m. Global Speaking Club, a charter club, and has been active in Toastmasters for nearly 4 years. Please help me welcome our member, Maggie Chan. Maggie Chan, the stage is yours.
Wow, thank you, Tamami, for the opening and the warm introduction. Hi, everyone. This is Maggie, a very proud member of WTC from Hong Kong. And it is absolutely my pleasure to host the special meeting. Our meeting theme today is celebrating excellence, welcoming new leadership. A huge congratulations to the World Travelers Toastmasters Club for achieving the Mali Distinguished Club Award this year. It is a truly commendable achievement that reflects our collective dedication and teamwork. Good job, everyone. Here, I want to share with everyone a little bit of highlights. First, we have grown to 34 strong and committed members. Next, 2 of our members have achieved their DTN, woohoo! Which is my personal goal this year. And I know 2 more members earned triple crowns, woohoo! Also, our club is being recognized as the Club Growth of the Year for Division Y District 80. Thank you all for being part of this journey. Let's continue to build more success on the year to come. Tonight, we will witness a truly phenomenal meeting at WTC, featuring both the 2015 World Champion of Public Speaking, Mohamed Qahtani, and past international president, Richard E. Peck, all in one gathering. How special it's gonna be. We'll also celebrate an important milestone as we witness the transition of the leadership, where our new leaders will be officially installed this evening. Now, let's dive in. We begin our first segment, Prepare the Speech. Just to make things a little bit special, our two speakers are our outgoing, and incoming club presidents. Both of them will be delivering the icebreaker project. Let me first invite our first speaker. She's from Japan. She's our outgoing president. Please join me in welcoming our club president, Tamami Nagayama. Her title is One-Way Ticket. One-Way Ticket, Tamami.
In June 2025, I bought one-way ticket to my leadership journey. I was elected as the club president of this World Travelers Toastmasters. Wow, I was elected. I felt honored. But let me tell you, I was scared inside. But there was no returning back. It's one-way ticket. I tried hard convincing myself, reflecting on what my Toastmaster mentor once told me. Tamami, you need to enjoy. Fly like a butterfly. Fears and worries are just flower beds. As the Sergeant at Arms had been introducing me at the beginning of the meeting, total 23 times. Thank you, Ram. You were not here today, but I truly am grateful for your opening. Yes, I am a busy full-time working mom with 4 kids from elementary school, junior high, high school, and a college student. My husband has been helpful, but you know, mother is the busiest of all. Yes, my everyday is a chaos. You may not believe me, but I am screaming, it's gonna rain today. Don't forget your umbrella. Hey, brush your teeth and go to bed. Such and such, like any other mothers do. Yet, in spite of overwhelming days, juggling house chores and at work, I kept my personal ambition. I want to be able to speak confidently in public and at work. And that's why I joined Toastmasters in 2020. In 2020, my youngest daughter entered elementary school, and I thought now it's okay for me to spend some time for myself, to brush up my skills. I think mothers of all countries would understand what I mean. Having spent 3 years in New York in my childhood, picking up English as my second language, I kept up English skills till adulthood and always wanted to work in an international environment. I began my Toastmaster with a club in Los Angeles, California. Why? You may think. Tamami live in Japan. Why in LA? The reason is because the club meeting time was just 1 hour on Saturday, 2 times a month, from 4 to 5 a.m. in daylight saving time, 5 to 6 a.m. in Japan. Wow, so early, you may think. But that was the time when I would not be bothered from my family, or I would not bother my family. Everyone's still asleep. I enjoyed the meeting in a quiet kitchen on the dining table. Wow, everything was eye-opening. The members warmly welcomed this middle-aged woman from Asia. They appointed me a mentor, probably my very first mentor in my life. He gave me suggestions from a whole different perspective. My mentor spent his precious time giving me advice, free of charge. Wow, that was surprising for me. Then my second mentor introduced me to this international club. All right, 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. on Saturday, I could do it. I was so excited meeting members coming from all over the world with the same ambition to grow. Public speaking skill and leadership skills. And that's when I met Eliza, young and such a hyper energetic person, bursting with ideas. 1 year later, I became Surgeon at Arms, then Vice President of Education, then the club president. WTC was an advanced club in the beginning. Many DTMs, eloquent, clever, witty speakers. I always thought, oh, I wish I could be like them. And today, here I am, speaking as the club president of this amazing club. I proudly say that this Toastmaster year was full of learning and a fabulous one. And it's all because of your support. My journey with Toastmaster is one-way ticket. If you think about it, life is a one-way ticket. No returning. Time is only going forward. The clock is only ticking one way. My dear WTC friends and guests, I learned through meeting you all and listening to your speeches that everyone in this world has their personal trauma and fear, whatever it is. Whatever happened in your life, as long as you have made your best at that time, you should not worry. You should only focus forward, because the wizard of life will balance the books in the end. Believe it, it will come true. Back to you, Madame Toastmaster of the Day.
Wow, Tamami. I feel like we're so lucky to have you to serve as our club president. As a mother of two, and also I used to serve as a president, I can relate so much of what you just mentioned. And then guess what? Guess where I am now for this meeting? I'm also in the kitchen. As I'm from Hong Kong, you know how big the place is. Thank you so much, Tamami. Absolutely beautiful speech. Now, next, we'll have someone from the Lion City, a charter member of WTC, and a past District 80 Director. Please join me in welcoming Kathy Toh. Her title is Decoding Kathy. Decoding Kathy.
Yes, I'm listening. Yeah, what do you want? Okay, fine, great, I'll do it for you. Now, if you know me 10 years ago, this is how I interact with people before I joined Toastmasters. To me, that was an effective manner of communication. That is an efficient way of communication, because I am doing what you want. I'm servicing what you need, bringing what you want to the table. But there's no communication. It is just me telling you the information. I'm not looking at you. Do you feel the presence? Or do you feel that it is just some robot answering to your query? Now, I didn't know why I joined Toastmasters, but after I joined Toastmasters, there is a change in the way I interact with people. I'm hearing feedback that, hey, you look more cheerful. I can feel the warmth in you. You don't look so serious these days. You look more approachable. Then I was wondering, haven't I been exhibiting those characters? Why that sudden change? And as I stay and observe, then I realize it is not about how much we know. It is not about how much we want to share, but it's about making people feel that you understand their needs, making people feel that you are there for them. That makes a difference. For those who have been with me, you know that I love to go Disneyland. You know that I love to watch Ghibli movies. Why? Because they have that warm feeling. They have that sunshine personality that I've been striving for. There's always this thing, or the opposite attracts. And we always attract to things that we don't have it in ourselves. I find that I'm a quiet person. I'm not a conversationalist. I tend to blend into the background. I'm quiet. But I'm an extrovert. I enjoy basking in the presence of others. I enjoy being in the crowd. And that's when I realized that is the sign of an extrovert. You absorb the energy from the people around you. You may not be someone who is good with conversation, but you enjoy being with people. And that is an extrovert people. In Ghibli movies, there's always the hero, the heroine, and the growth, the change. But do you realize that most of the time, it is not that journey that resonates with people. It is the minor characters that happens, that appear in the movie, that appeal to you first. Why? Because they have characters, they have personalities, they have distinct codes that make you reach out to them, that you recognize them from afar. And one of such characters is this little guy. It's a suit spree. Or in Japanese, they call it susuwatari. Now, this is a minor character in Spirited Away. It is a spree that is originally a suit. And they are being magically created to be workers. But they may be small, they be like ants, but they have personalities. And we all want to be someone with that personality that people can recognize. It is not just about being the hero. It's just telling us that we may be small. There is a voice within us that's going to break out. And you will take that every opportunity that you have to share the voice with people. Because you never know. The moment you open your mouth, the moment you decided to share your story, that could be an inspiration to people. That could be the sunshine to someone's life. And that could be the spark that inspire you to be a better version of yourself. I don't strive to be the hero, but I want to be someone that has personality. Decoding Kathy, I am still decoding myself to see what's my quirks and what's my likes and dislikes. To see how I can be different and distinct in the sea of so many people, so many suit spree, but I'm the one that you remember for the rest of your life. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Wow, thank you, Kathy, for such an amazing introduction about yourself. And I just couldn't agree more, how sometimes being Toastmaster, this journey transform who we are. We're all coming to think, it just help us to become a better person. But sometimes it just even change our personality. I used to work with a lot of Americans. I do agree. They seem everyone is very unique, and sometimes we are a little bit more like invisible. So thank you for your very vulnerable sharing. Now we're gonna move on to table topic session. The members who will host this session is a very special member. I mean, everyone's a very special member of WTC, but she's one of our charter members and has remained a very loyal and dedicated supporter of the club throughout the years. Her achievements are truly inspiring. She has recently been selected as a finalist, one of the top 6 leadership speakers for the Leadership Speaker of the Year Award 2026. And she's also a proud recipient of the Top 100 Speaker Award. Joining us all the way from Bahrain, it's my pleasure to invite our table topic master for the evening. Please join me and give a warm welcome to Tosin Arawujuru, CTN.
Hello, and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Now, this is one of the most exciting parts of the meeting because I'm the one hosting it right now. So, are you ready? Can I hear yes? Can I feel some energy going on?
Ready.
Yes. Good stuff. I love that.
I'm
Everybody.
Yes.
Okay. So let me ask you one question because first of all, let me introduce my role before I get so excited and carried away. As a table topic master, my role is to ask questions to encourage our members to think on their feet, members and guests, of course, to think on their feet by asking a question that they have not prepared for. Now, for the sake of time, this is not going to be the regular table topics that we normally have because I want to get as many people in as possible. And I see some enthusiastic hands have already gone up. That's okay. That's great. I love that enthusiasm. So how it's going to work is I'm going to put a question on the screen, and then I will ask members or guests to answer those questions. Now, the thing is, we don't have much time. You have 30 seconds to answer. So these are real short questions. Answer in 30 seconds. Timer, please make note of the 30-second time limit so we can get as many people in as possible. So with that, let's get ready to rock and roll. And I will pull up my screen here for table topics I'm sharing. Can you see my screen? Everybody can see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Yes, please give me feedback so I know. Great. Okay.
So, Tosin, can I just clarify 30 seconds for each speaker?
Yes,
So
please.
10,
yes.
how do you want to do the timing? 10 on
Timing,
green?
you can put yellow at 30 and then
Okay.
just close it at red at, so there's no green. So
No
20
green, no yellow,
seconds,
just
no green.
30 at red.
Yeah, you can put yellow. If you have time, you can put yellow at 20 seconds if there's time. Otherwise, just show red at 30 seconds
Okay,
because
all right. I
the
put
time is
10
short.
green, 20 at yellow, and 30 at red.
Okay, you could do it
All
that
right,
way too.
cool.
That works. Okay, so are we ready? So here's our first question. All right. What is one thing people will be surprised to learn about you? And I see that Elias is the first one with his hand up. So Elias, let's hear from you.
Okay, I'm set. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I really like to entertain myself. So I listen to podcasts, I read books, and I talk to the cats. Yes, you heard it right. I talk to the animals. And people wouldn't believe me that I can talk with the animals. I can have conversation with them. And yes, maybe you will understand because the only things that can understand me is animals. Back to you, Tosin.
Wow, I love that. You talk to animals. I like to see you do that. That sounds very intriguing. So well done. Let's go to our second question. The same person, the same question, but the second person. And I see Yusuf has his hand ready to go. So Yusuf, give us your
Yes.
answer to this question as well.
People would be surprised to learn that I'm a shy guy. I never ever be able to speak with people even one-to-one, let alone with a group. I like talking, but I'm so shy to talk with other people, especially with the other sex, like with the women. I am very, very bad at that. Thank you very much.
Well, Yusuf, you are in the right place with Toastmasters because that shyness, we're going to help you work on it so that you're not shy to talk. You didn't sound shy at all, by the way. So well done. Great answer. I have one more person for this question, and I'm going to go to Susanna. Let's hear from you, Susanna. Same question.
One thing that people would be surprised to learn about me is that I sail tall ships, historic ships, schooners, barkentines, barks, and I have been doing this since I was 16 years old, and there is no place on earth like being on a boat in the middle of the ocean. Thank you.
Wow, that sounds very, very interesting. I'd like to learn how you do that, Susanna. Thank you. Great question. I think I like this question so much, so I'm going to go with one more person for this question, and that goes to Zulva. Zulva, let's hear from you. Same question. What is one thing people would be surprised to learn about you?
Yes, they will be surprised. Learn about me is no matter what the chaotic situation taking place around me, I don't forget to smile and evolve and grow. People think that I have stopped here because these things happen to me. I will be mourning. I will be talking about that incident. No, I'm not like that. I just move forward with a lot of enthusiasm, which I'm doing right now, and I feel so enthusiastic, and it is like a magic taking place within me, and I am choosing myself. So that was a surprise others. So I think that is a thing which people would learn from me. Over to you.
Great. Thank you, Zulva. You're certainly one person that is great to have around. So thank you so much for that answer. So let's go to the second question. And for those who have already answered, you can put down your hands. Let's go to the second question. Is there a story behind your name? I want to know. We all have unique names. This is World Travelers Club, so everybody has a different kind of name. So I'm going to switch things up a little bit. I see Fahaz is here. Fahaz, you are next. Tell us the story behind your name.
I will certainly tell you, my name was picked not by my parents. It was picked by my uncle. And the reason is he had apparently seen somebody called Farhaz doing great things. And he thought, maybe my nephew also can do great things. So he wrote the name Fahraz, Fahraz. And for some reason, the officer who was registering my name, my birth, mixed up the H and the R and put it as Farhaz. And so there you go. I'm someone who's named by my uncle, and I do my best to live by his expectations. And I hope all of you will also live by expectations of great people. Thank you. Back to you.
Oh, awesome. Good to know that story. Thank you so much, Fahaz, for sharing. And now let's see. I have Future. What is the story behind your name?
Tosin, I think you miss Robin.
No, I know.
Okay,
Because
sorry.
I want people to be, because this is part of the spontaneity. That's why I'm mixing it up a little bit. So I didn't miss him. So Future, let's hear from you.
Okay, so my name is Future Tuve Lise Moyo. So I want to tell you the story behind Tubelihle. So my dad gave me future and my mom gave me a vernacular or my mother language name Tubelihle. So what it means is everywhere I go, she wishes me well. It's a name that speaks positively. Everything that I do has gold sprinkled in it. So she wants the best for me. Thank you.
Oh, yes, yes. What a beautiful name. Definitely want to stay positive at all times, no matter what we're going through. So thank you for sharing that. And since Ravin was called, I'm going to go to Ravin next. I hope I said your name right, Ravin.
Oh,
Now,
yes.
that's an interesting name. Tell us about
Thank
the
you very
story.
much. Thank
Sure.
you. My full name is a mouthful, Ravindran Subramaniam. But I found people have difficulty pronouncing my name. So I shortened it to just 4 letters, Ravin, thinking that's easy peasy. But even then they mess it up. But you got it spot on, perfectly right. Thank you. Now,
I'm so glad I did.
according to Sanskrit, is the sun.
Ah,
So I'm a sun worshipper.
wow.
Though I'm not in California, each day I get up, I look at the sun and I pray to the sun because I carry the sun's name in Sanskrit, Ravindran. Thank you, and back to you.
Great story, Ravin. Now I know the story behind your name. Thank you so much. Let's go to the next question. What is one skill you are currently learning? We are all here to learn as Toastmasters, but is there something you are learning? What skill? Tell us. We want to know more. I see Al has been waiting very patiently. So Al, let's hear what is one skill you're currently learning.
Yeah, a lot of people confuse me with AI. So they call me AI, which is artificial intelligence. So that I'll go with that topic because AI, there's so many things to learn. One day you have this AI tool called ChatGPT, which is so powerful. The next day you have Claude, which are actually overruling ChatGPT. And another day you never know what will happen, you know. You have, like Manners AI, you have so many tools that goes beyond. So it overwhelms my head. And we keep on learning all these tools in order to improve ourselves each day. And this is what I've been doing. I've also been trying to learn this and learn that, you know. But eventually we have to stick to one tool which are best for us. Okay, thank you.
Awesome. So do we call you AI from now on, or can we continue to call you Al? All right.
Al for Al Pacino.
Al Pacino. Great, great, great. Awesome. All right. Same question. Let's go to Paul. Paul, let's hear from you. What's one skill you are currently learning?
I've had 2 lessons from my coach. And during the first lesson, I was given some advice and I wasn't able to do anything with it. And the ball kept banging against the side of the bunker. In other words, I'm trying to learn how to hit the ball out of a golf ball out of a sand bunker. I'm learning very slowly. So if any of you have any tips for me, please send them to me privately in the chat. Back to you, Topics Master.
Awesome. Golf. Okay, that's something I would like to learn. So keep going, Paul. And if you have tips for him, please definitely share with him. Still on the same question, I'm going to jump around again. So this time, let's go to Rama. Rama?
Hello, hi. Yes, can you hear me loud and clear?
Yes, we can hear you. What's one
Yes.
skill you're currently learning?
Skill that I'm currently learning. I've been a Toastmaster for a really long time, coming to slightly over 12 years. I've always felt I've had a monotonous voice, so I'm learning how to breathe and speak better. So that's ironic for someone who's been a Toastmaster for that long. I'm learning how to breathe. Back to you.
That is very interesting, learning how to breathe. I would like to learn more about how that is affecting you or helping you and what it's helping you to do as you learn to breathe. Something we take for granted. So thank you for sharing that. Okay, one more person, and I see Zahir. Are you here, Zahir? Can you take
Yes,
that
I am here.
question? Okay, what is one skill you're currently learning, Zahir?
So the one skill I'm currently learning is communication and pitching at startup events and finding a way to face my fears. So I always wanted to be part of Toastmasters, but this is the session, this is the topic that used to scare me the most. So I'm so happy to be able to, contribute and participate. So I'm learning, not one thing, but three things: facing my fears, public speaking, communication, and then also pitching my startup because I'm a founder. So thank you so much for the opportunity.
Wow, Zahir, you are in the right place. So thank you for sharing that and keep on learning. Let's do another question this time. Oh, my question is, this one is a little long. So maybe I'll come back to it because it's rather long. Where did you grow up? We're, after all, world travelers. We're all from different parts of the world. I'd like to know, where did you grow up? For that, let me go to the next hand I see up is Michael. Are you there,
Hello.
Michael? Hello.
Yes, I grew up in Harbin, the northeast of China, where in winter here is very frozen. Then you can see sculptures and a lot of beautiful artist shows. And also during the summer here is also wonderful. You can come to fishing and whatever the river, seaside, like the view, very beautiful. And also that here you can find many Russian peoples because I speak Russian, another skills that I'm now learning. Okay, get back to the Toastmaster of the day. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Wow, I'd love to visit. Thanks for sharing that. So same question. I see a couple of hands have gone up. Thank you very much. Let's go with Adriana. DTM Adriana, can you tell us, where did you grow up?
Hello, my dear fellow Toastmasters. I'm growing in the most beautiful village in the north of Romania, in the east of Europe. So I grew in my grandmother's family, and it was the best childhood what I have it, because I was around me. It was a lot of auntie, grandmother, grandfather, and everybody cared about me. So that it was fantastic because I was the first nephew in the family.
Oh, nice.
I feel very recognized for all the what I received in my life, and I am happy to share with you and the beautiful life in the village with the family around and make many stupids.
Wonderful, wonderful, Adriana. That is beautiful. Yes, that sounds like a beautiful place, and I would love to visit. So, same question. I see Kanaga has the hand up. There's no video, so I don't know. I don't know. I would like to know where did you grow up, Kanaga?
I grew up in the vibrant, clean, and green Singapore city, and we are also known as the food paradise. So since young, always been exposed to different cultures and also enjoyed the delicious cuisines. Yes, thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. Wow. Learning so much about our members here. Now I'm looking at the time, so I'm only going to take two more questions or two more people. So let's look at this one. What's one tradition, food, or custom from your culture that everyone should experience? Asil, can you tell us something that one food, one tradition, one culture, one custom from your culture that everyone should experience? Asil, you're still there?
Yes, did you call?
Yeah, I did.
Sorry, the volume was low, sorry.
No worries. Should I repeat?
Yes, please.
Sure. What's one tradition, food, or custom from your culture that everyone should experience?
Well, I wouldn't say it's a tradition, but it's something we like to do in my home country, Egypt. Do you know how they say family time? We all have work. My nieces have school. So we save the outing for the weekend or any specific holiday. But the most custom tradition is going to a resort in Egypt, Sharm el-Sheikh. We go there, go to a resort, get our swimsuit, the sunscreen, and bags for souvenir. We go swimming every day, get ice cream, cocktail, and then we have dinner together, and my nieces go dance with the music. We also do a little dancing. We like to get a little wild, but nothing too crazy.
Nothing too crazy. Good,
So
good, good.
it's not actually it's not tradition, but it's something we like to do in the family. So it's like a family tradition. Back
That
to you.
sounds great. Thank you so much, Asil. And with that, dear friends, that ends my session. And I'll turn it back to our Toastmaster of the day. Over to you, Maggie.
Thank you so much,
I just got to figure
Tosin.
out how to stop sharing. Excuse me.
Yeah,
Okay.
I love the energy and the smile that you brought to the session. And I also love how much you try to involve as many participants as possible. I'm pretty sure you've broken some kind of record of audience engagement in the last 20 minutes. Now, we're going to move to the next segment, which is going to be the evaluation session. Both our today's evaluators are relatively new to Toastmasters. They both joined less than only 4 months. And also they're already stepping up and embrace new challenge to evaluate very seasoned Toastmasters. Now, let me introduce our very first evaluator. He's a medical doctor by profession and work with United Nations. With his caring nature, he strives to bring kindness into every message he delivers. Please join me in welcoming Asami from Burkina Faso. Woohoo!
Thank you very much. President Tamami Nagayama, our president, outgoing president. You began with a clear introduction that immediately set the stage and helped the audience connect with you. Your speech flowed logically, moving from your background to your personal experience and then to your aspirations. This made it easy to follow and engaging. You spoke with sincerity and warmth, sharing personal stories, creating a genuine connection with the audience. Your voice was clear and confident, and you maintained good eye contact, which kept us engaged. At some times, you moved quickly between points. Your icebreaker was a wonderful introduction to you as a speaker. You demonstrated confidence, authenticity, and strong organizations. Congratulations for completing this important milestone, dear Nagayama, Tamami Nagayama. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Asami. I'm thinking like listening to a doctor's evaluation is like you teach how to breathe life into the speech. Thank you so much for your advice. Now, for our next evaluator, she's a leadership coach by profession, currently serves as the chairperson of the Indonesian Coach Practitioner Association in East Java, Indonesia. Please welcome Suya Krisananda from Indonesia. Woo-hoo.
Thank you, Maggie. Kathy, thank you for your inspiring speech. When you do this for the first, I'm shocked. Oh, what are you doing? And then that's an attract our attention so good. And that's very, very cool movement. So many things in your session, your demonstration, yes, your demonstration like your phone, your black doll, gives us visual aspect of what you want to tell us. What I feel as an audience, show is always better than only tell. You use all gesture, your hand, your face, so help us connect with your topic so well. And you often use pause after each sentence in a good way, not in a rush. You make us easy to do processing after hear your story. One thing you can improve, and this actually happens to me too, in many times, there are a lot of words that are a bit difficult to hear because of an accent. For those who often speak with you, it's no problem. But for those who don't communicate with you often, it takes a little more tough to understand the words. What's the means that? What's the mean? What is about what you just said? Overall, I admire the way you talk, and I believe the way you do with the demonstration, your gesture, inspires us a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, Suya, for giving such insightful and valuable advice to the speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, we now come to one of the highlights of our meeting. Our next speaker is someone who truly represents the power of transformation. He is the world champion of public speaking 2015, a title he earned in Las Vegas after rising above more than 30,000 contestants from over 100 countries. But what makes his journey even more inspiring is where it began. Overcoming severe stuttering as a child and turning that challenge into his greatest strength. Today, he traveled the world as an international speaker, empowering people to find their voice and make an impact. And tonight, he is here to share a powerful message with us. The title of his keynote speech is The Butterfly Effect.
Hi.
Hello, everyone. Can I speak now or?
Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, please
Hi.
join me in giving a very warm welcome to the world champion of public speaking 2015, Mohamed Qahtani.
Thank you, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, Toastmasters from all over the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Have you ever heard of the butterfly effect? Now, for those of you who haven't heard of the butterfly effect, it's the idea that a small action can make a big difference. And it's called the butterfly effect because it is said that when a butterfly flaps its wing in one side of the world, it can cause a hurricane on another side of the world. Now, I know some of you might think that's a bit far-fetched. How come a little butterfly can cause a hurricane? And oftentimes we look at the things that we do and we just we don't think much of them, our actions or the things that we do on a daily basis. And we just don't see the value on the day-to-day operations that we do. Look at this club, for example. You guys took an hour or two from your day sitting in front of a computer, watching other speakers and other people doing table topics. And maybe after this meeting, it's just, I don't know, maybe it's just another meeting that comes and goes and you don't see as a big deal. So let me take you back to the year 2017. I was attending the Toastmaster International Convention in Vancouver, Canada. By show of hands, how many of you have been to the convention before, the international convention? Just you can just raise your hand at the screen if you can. So for those of you who haven't been to the convention, it's a it's a beautiful place. It's like the Disneyland for Toastmasters, right? And I remember it was in Vancouver. It was in this huge convention center by the pier, and beautiful place. You know, the beach is right there. You can see these giant cruise ships on the sea. It just, mwah, just beautiful. And the beautiful thing about this convention is you see Toastmasters walking around from all over the world. It's like all around you, right? So one day during the convention, I stepped outside and I'm sitting at a bench by the pier having a smoke. And then an old man came by. He sat at the other edge of the bench. And he asked me, "Can I borrow a cigarette?" And I said, "Sure." So I gave him a cigarette. He lighted, and we sat there. And since this is a Toastmaster convention, like I said to you earlier, you see Toastmasters from all over the world, and they're all around. And while I'm sitting on that bench, every now and then, some Toastmasters would come to me and say, "Oh my God, Mr. Qahtani, can we have a photo?" Of course. So I stand up, we took a photo, and then they leave. A little bit later, some other Toastmaster comes in. "Oh, Mr. Qahtani, can we take a photo?" Of course. So I stand up, they take a photo, and so on and so forth. And this old man sitting on the bench looked at me and said, "Someone is popular." I said, "Oh, thank you, sir." And then while he was sitting on that bench, he looked up and said, "Huh, they changed the logo." Excuse me? Toastmasters, they changed their logo. Now, for those of you who are new to Toastmasters, the logo that we have now for Toastmasters was adopted in 2011. And prior to that, Toastmasters used to have the old logo. And while we're sitting on that bench at that convention center, in front of it, they had the big banner of Toastmasters in front of it. So he said, "They changed the logo." And I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "The logo now, they have a new one." I said, "Oh, so you know about Toastmasters?" Well, I dabbled with it long time ago. I didn't do it for long, but it was kind of something I did with my buddies. Do tell. Well, it was maybe 40 years ago or something, and I was working overseas, and a bunch of my friends they wanted to start a Toastmasters club, but back then there was no internet, nothing, and they wanted to do it like they had to do everything by mail, sending it to the US, and they didn't know how to do it, so I offered to help them. So you can say I was kind of a chartering member for that club. Huh. Where was this exactly? That was it was back in I think Saudi Arabia at the time. Wait a minute. Do you still remember the name of the club? Yeah, I guess it was called Bahrain Toastmasters Club or something. Now, for those of you who don't know, that's actually the very first club in the Middle East. Chartered in 1974. That club was the birthplace of Toastmasters, the entire Middle East. Every club in Saudi and all the Gulf, all over the Middle East, just started from that one single club. And when he said what he said, I just couldn't believe it. And I looked at him and I said, "Sir, do you realize the reason those people were taking photos with me It's because of something that you did 40 years ago. What do you mean? Well, that club that you helped create was the birthplace of so many clubs, including my home club, which I joined, and through it, I entered the contest, which in 2015 led me to be the world champion. And that's why I'm speaking all over the world. People know who I am because of what you did 40 years ago. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to thank you. He said, well, you gave me a cigarette, so I guess we're even. And then he stood up and he walked away. But the lesson that I learned from that instant is something that he did, which he didn't think much of, created an impact that lasted for decades and im- impacted not just hundreds, but thousands of people. You know, my fellow World Travelers Toastmasters, some of you might have joined in a very difficult time. Maybe it's too early where you are, or maybe it's too late. Maybe you're speaking to us from a table in your kitchen. And after the meeting is done today, you might just turn off that camera and just go about your day. And maybe you wouldn't think much of it. But you are here planting a seed for something that could be much, much more. Who knows? Maybe this online club will be the birthplace of something much more. And we get hundreds and even thousands from all over the world who wanted to adopt this idea. And all of a sudden, there are so many clubs that's just all over the place. And I promise you, one day somebody will come to you and say, it's because of you, my life is getting better. It's because of something that you did. I am a much better version of who I am. You may not think much of it now, but who knows? This could be the birthplace, not just for you, but for somebody else who might be influencing another person's life, and that person influences somebody else's life, and then it all goes back to you. And all it took from you is just to turn on your camera and say a few words. Thank you so much for listening.
Wow. Thank you, Mohamed Qahtani. I feel like we just heard another winning speech of the world champion. I love your story, and I wish I could be that butterfly on the giving end, and sometimes I will be on the receiving end. We never really know the effect. Thank you so much. I'm pretty sure everyone will agree with me that your story is so impactful, and we got so much takeaway from your message today, the butterfly effect. Now, can we please take a moment to capture this special occasion by inviting Mohamed and everyone to join us for a group photo? I say, hey, can you please get ready? Just take a group photo. If it's convenient, just turn on your camera. If not, we understand. All right, let's count. 3, 2, 1. Thank you, everyone. Once again, big thank you for Mohamed for such a beautiful story. Now, we're going to move on to a very special segment. I'm going to pass the floor and time to our president to talk about the appreciation and award. Thank you. Tamami.
Thank you, Maggie. We have a video from Eliza. Thank you. Thank you. First and foremost, I have nothing else to say but arigato, which means thank you to all members of this club. A big thank you and love to everybody from the bottom of my heart. It was my pleasure serving as the club president of this wonderful, transcendent club, namely World Travelers Toastmasters Club, WTC. This year, as you have seen, we have achieved many awards. Thank you to all of you, growing from 22 members to 34 members to date. We have achieved Club Growth of the Year in Division-wide District 80. On top of that, with 10 educational awards, we've achieved Smedley Distinguished. On a member level, 2 Triple Crowns and 2 DTMs. This is incredible. And all achievements are because of all members' high ambitions, participation, and all the work behind the scene. Looking back at the beginning of this term, I set our club goals with my expert EXCO team. As a servant leader, I did my best to listen to the EXCO's team's voice and compromise to find the middle part when things did not reach a conclusion. All of us had different backgrounds, lifestyles, different levels of understanding of Toastmasters rules, and so forth. Yet my EXCO team was all forward-looking, which helped us move on. Please allow me to express my gratitude to my EXCO team in my outgoing speech. First, special thanks to Phoebe, who dedicated so much of her time to VPE, making agenda, revising so many times, contacting members and members outside the club for the combined meetings. She worked like an employee of World WTC Corporation Limited. Thank you, Phoebe. And second, special thanks to our VPM and club mentor, Eliza, who was always strong and dead set on making the best of World WTC. Much work sometimes, but I think her heart and love to WTC is what brings us to the next level as a club. And special thanks to Sylvie, who joined EXCO in her second year with WTC. Her poster is at professional level now. She too surely dedicated so much of her time to this club this year. Special thanks to our secretary, Zilva, for guiding us with your expertise of Toastmaster International rules as regional advisor. You were always fair and structured. And special thanks to Treasurer Deanne for giving the right advice at the right time. You have cheered me up to take the leadership when I was hesitant. Last but not least, special thanks to Ram, our Sergeant at Arms, and past club president, immediate past president. Excuse me. Your opening was like a message to myself. Yes, I do hope that all of you strive and achieve higher and believe in your yet hidden potential. Please look back at yourself at the beginning of this term. July 2025. What was it that you wanted to be better at this term? Have you achieved your mission and aspiration? Hopefully, WTC has been your laboratory in your challenges. Let's keep our high ambition and never stop learning and growing, because that's why we're here for. I am greatly handing over the club presidential role to my dear friend and one of our founding member, Kathy. Kudos to WTC, and let's keep shining, WTC. Back to you, Maggie.
Thank you so much, Tamami, to you and your team for your dedicated service throughout the last year. Thank you so much. Now it's time for us to hear some word of wisdom as we move into the discharge and installation of our new executive committee. This important segment will be conducted by our installation chair, who is also an honorary member of WTC. I have heard that this remarkable leader played an inspiring role in the chartering of our club. During the pandemic, while serving as international president, he connected with Toastmasters across an incredible 147 countries through Zoom, sharing his message, uplifting members, and motivating the Toastmasters community worldwide to keep moving forward. His motto is, leadership is not about being the center of attention. It's about being the epicenter of action. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and give a very warm welcome to World Travelers past International President Richard E. Pack.
Thank you, Maggie. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
All right, perfect. Well, let's start out with some words of wisdom, although I don't know what I can offer after what I've heard today from all the members of this club. But I'd like you to take a moment and reflect upon where the club started and where the club is now. If you look at that video, the one of me sitting in front of my race car, talking about the times that we were going through during that period. That's the time that individuals such as Eliza and Ram and others had this crazy idea of forming a club in the middle of a global pandemic. What were they thinking? Well, they weren't thinking about themselves. They were thinking about others and how to make an impact around the world. Now, I don't know if they truly realized how big that impact would come to be. I often talk to members about changing the world. And if I was to ask you, could you change the world? Most people would say, no, I can't change the world. It's too big. It's billions of people. It's hundreds of countries. It's thousands of religions. How can I change the world? Well, it's really not about changing the world. It's about changing the world for one person. Because if you change the world for one person, and they in turn change the world for one person, what happens? You get a tidal wave of change. You get a global impact. When the idea of World Travelers came up, and Eliza talked to me about, we're going to have this online club, we're going to invite people from around the world, and we're going to travel to different countries, I thought she was out of her mind. Who was going to take something like that on? But look what's happening now. World Travelers has become a global phenomenon. Anytime I mention the club outside of this environment, individuals already know who you are. They already know the impact you're making. When I reflect on some of the individuals you have had attend your meetings. I can't think of any other club that's done that. Past international presidents, past international directors, world champions of public speaking, always doing it not because we need attention, but because you want to bring something new to the members. You want them to gain new skills. You want them to grow. And by inviting others, you continue to make that impact. It's about working together as one, not working as a group of individuals in different directions. And you have done that. You have been a prime example of what a small group of dedicated individuals can accomplish if they put their mind to it. And they don't sleep. I mean, let's be honest. Getting emails at, 1 o'clock in the morning, someone is not sleeping. I know that. But you're not doing it for yourselves. You're doing it for others. You continue to reach out. You continue to grow. You continue to share ideas, cultures. You've made the world a smaller place by sharing who you are. And when you look across the screen, if you were to look across this gallery and determine where everyone is coming from, World Travelers Club is a melting pot of individuals and cultures. You bring one another together to share. And to me, that's the most important thing we can do. Share who we are, share our stories, watch others grow, help them to achieve more than they can. We often think that our success is just at the end of our fingertips, because that's as far as we can reach. Yet being behind people, encouraging them, giving that little nudge, well, they can reach so much farther than they think they can. And you do that. Each and every one of you do that. As I've watched individuals in this club grow, and I've known many of you for a number of years, you continue to amaze with what you accomplish. Watching Tamami lead the club over this year to Smedley's Distinguished with the support of the members. She didn't do it on her own. She did it with a team. She did it with the members. Seeing Maggie Cheng from Hong Kong being here today to lead us through this session, and Kim and all those that I've spent time with in the past. What an amazing example you are to others. I wish that, actually, I'm going to challenge you. I would like someone to write a brief story of World Travelers Toastmasters Club. Why it happened, what the results have been, what you hope to share in the future. And then I would challenge you to submit that to World Headquarters to see if you could get an article in the Toastmasters magazine. Wouldn't that be so cool to be recognized for what you've accomplished? And I know that some of you will be at convention and are likely to form a little World Travelers Toastmasters meeting while you're there. Make sure you bring information about who you are. Make sure you bring information about who your members are. I'm going to challenge all the members now. I've challenged the club itself, but I'm going to challenge all the members. Why don't you each write a little bio about yourselves? Where you're from, a little bit about your country, your culture, so that you can share that with the world. You can share that with others. Have a member spotlight for your meetings. Have a member spotlight for your newsletters. We're more than just a name on a screen. We're more than just a pretty face. We're a person with a history, with a background. Let's share that story with others. Let's make sure they really know who we are. Because let's be honest, if we just look at each other on a screen and look at each other's name, we're going to draw our own conclusion as to who you are. You're going to draw your own conclusion as to who I am. Wouldn't you rather share yourself with others and let them know who you are, what you are, what drives you to be the best individual you can be? I think that's an article for a great story. And I think it's something that should be done and put out on Facebook or your website or whatever means of social media you have. World Travelers Club, meet our member, Maggie Cheng from Hong Kong, da-da-da-da-da-da. Meet our member, Kim Lo, da-da-da-da-da. Right? How cool would that be? And now you're going to get people interested in who you are as members and a club. And you're going to bring more to the world around you. As we end this Toastmasters year on the high note, remember that your success is not a measure of your future. It should be used as a guide to move you forward. But there will be work to do, and you can't just expect because you achieve something once, you'll achieve it again. Continue to work hard, continue to give to your members, continue to give those speeches, continue to change the world. I know you will. And I'll continue to watch you and cheer you and join when I can. And for those of you who will be in convention, let's get together and have a small meeting where we can talk face to face. Madam Toastmaster of the evening, that concludes my words of wisdom for what they were worth. If you would like, I will now move on to the installation of officers. All right. Let me take a quick sip. For the Zoom master, when I get to the individual names of those I'll be installing, I would appreciate if you could spotlight them if they are in the room so that we can all see who they are. I am here to install the new officers of World Travelers Toastmasters Club, briefly state their key responsibilities, and to remind them of the challenges that lie ahead. But before I do so, let us first thank the 2025-2026 club officers for their outstanding work during this Toastmasters year. Please give them a round of applause. Unmute yourself and give them a round of applause.
Woohoo!
Yay!
Yay!
You are effectively discharged of your duties as of the 30th June 2026 at midnight Mountain Standard Time. Do not go running away yet. To the incoming officers, your collective challenge is to make this club one of the best in Toastmasters International. I think you've proved that you can do that. This will involve helping the members achieve their goals, as well as leading the club to distinguished status or better. I want you to pay particular note of the statement, members achieving their goals. It's not about them achieving the club's goals. It's about them achieving their goals. I will now briefly describe the key responsibilities for each officer, beginning with the Sergeant at Arms. Surya Krishnanda. I hope I got that right. I apologize. I didn't get phonetic spellings of the names. As Sergeant at Arms, you arrange the meeting location, which seems to be very convenient with Zoom. You might have to find a new country and determine if any visas or passports are needed. You greet guests, and you help the president make sure the meetings begin, run, and end on time. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes,
Please say yes.
Yes, I will.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, congratulations, Sergeant at Arms.
Woo!
Betty Ann Peck, as treasurer, oh boy, you guys are in trouble. You keep financial records and prepare the club budget. Announce when it's time for members to pay dues, explain the dues structure to members, collect dues, and ensure that dues are promptly and on time sent to Toastmasters International World Headquarters. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability? I see you nodding your head, but you can say yes.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Betty Ann. Your new treasurer. Someone needs to fly over here and teach her how to use Excel.
You're so bad.
The incoming secretary, Ada Yaya Bokwam. As secretary, you maintain an accurate membership roster and attendance. Submit the new club officer list to Toastmasters International by June 30th. You should submit it much sooner than that so that you don't miss the deadline. Work with the treasurer to ensure that new member applications and dues get to Toastmasters International World Headquarters as soon as possible. And provide the club with minutes of each meeting. Ada Yaya Bokwam, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability? Can I get an I will? Thank you. Thank you, Ada. Congratulations, club secretary. Your incoming Vice President of Public Relations, Anselmi Sanu. As VP of Public Relations, you attract visitors to the club through free publicity. Use a variety of means to promote your club, including social media. Enlist your fellow club members in PR activities. Work with them as a team so they can help you promote the club. Regularly recognize member achievements. And Salme Sanu, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. Love the outfit. Looks very nice. The incoming Vice President of Membership, Ramesh Halai. As VP of Membership, you lead the club's membership building efforts. While the VP of PR motivates people to visit your club, you motivate the current members to invite guests, promptly give new member applications and dues to the secretary and treasurer, and personally greet guests and provide them with guest packets, including the membership application. That was so much work when we had to do that in person. And you represent the club at area council meetings. Ramesh Halai, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
I will.
Thank you. Nice to see you, my friend. The incoming Vice President of Education, the person who never sleeps, Eliza Juliana. As Vice President of Education, you gain commitments from members to set educational goals for themselves. I can assure you, if she knows what your goals are, she will help you achieve them. You work with club members to keep meetings fun and well-run. You work with your members to ensure that they submit their applications for educational awards promptly. You represent your club at area council meetings. As the second highest ranking officer, you preside over meetings when the president is absent. Eliza Juliana, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
I will.
Congratulations, Eliza.
Yay!
Your incoming president, my dear friend, Kathy Toh. Kathy, as president I need to remember they're going to do that. As club president of World Travelers Toastmasters Club, you are the chief executive officer. Thus, you preside at all club meetings and all meetings of the club executive committee. It is your challenge to see that this club adds new members and meets the needs of its current members to achieve their communication and leadership goals. That's a particularly important statement. It's about the members' needs. You establish a club climate that is supportive, stimulating, and rewarding to its members. Realize that among the resources available to you are your fellow club members, club officer team, the club officer's handbook, and your district leaders. Kathy Toh, the gavel as a symbol of power. The gavel is a symbol of power and authority that your club has given you during your term of office. Use it appropriately. Do not wield it as a hammer. I am confident that you will use it wisely and with restraint. Kathy Toh, as a member of World Travelers Toastmasters Club, as well as its leader, will you work with your executive team and club members to make World Travelers the best club possible in this upcoming year?
Yes, I will.
Congratulations, Kathy.
Yippee, yippee, yippee.
Tamami Nagayama, as the immediate past club president, you will also serve as a member of the incoming team. You will provide advice and counsel as requested by the club president. You are expected to provide helpful, supportive leadership for all club's activities, and you will provide counsel to the club officers in a manner that is conducive to club success when called upon. You are a member of the club executive committee and can vote on any matter discussed. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Thank you, Tamami. I know you will. World Travelers members, please unmute yourself. Your officer team has just pledged to serve this club to the best of its ability. To be the best Toastmasters Club possible, and to meet the needs of all its members, your club will need active participation from each member. Do you as members pledge to work together with your club officer team to make World Travelers the finest Toastmasters Club it can possibly be? Please shout out yes.
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 Woo. Yes. Yes.
By the authority vested in me, it is my sincere pleasure to declare these Toastmasters officers installed in the respective club offices. Do not wait till June 30th to start working together as a team, although that is only 3 days away. Start working now. Madam Toastmaster of the evening, that concludes the installation of new officers.
Thank you so much, Mr. Pack. And
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
congratulations
whoa,
to
whoa,
all.
whoa, 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 whoa. It's Richard, please.
Oh,
Please, it's
Richard.
Richard. Thank you.
Richard, yeah, Mr. Pack, is it correct? Hi, Richard, thank you so much. Now let's hear our incoming President Kathy Toh for her acceptance speech. Woohoo!
Welcome everyone to World Travelers Toastmasters Club. This is your incoming president for the term 2026-2027. My name is Kathy Toh. Please fasten your seatbelt because we are in for a journey of the year. Now, under the guidance of Tamami and her team, Toastmasters World Travelers has achieved Smartly Distinguished Toastmasters Club for the year 2025-2026. Yes, I'd like to achieve that accomplishment as well. But like what our past international president Richard E. Peck has said, it's all about the members. If the members achieve their goals, the club itself will achieve its goal. We started off as a club where people of like-minded join together, come together, and share the story. There is no idea that is too outrageous because we are the online club. There are ways for you to make those outrageous ideas become a reality if you will share this idea to the rest of us so that we can help you achieve those dreams. Let World Travelers Toastmasters Club be the place where we ignite the change in ourselves and the people around us. Let us continue to be that butterfly effect where we change the world 1% at a time, one step at a time, to see that future, to see that world that we all want our generations to come to live in. World Travelers Toastmasters Club, members of World Travelers Toastmasters Club, welcome to the new term. Back to you, Toastmasters of the Day.
Thank you, Kathy. And once again, big congratulations. We couldn't wait for your new leaders for the club. I hope there are many great meetings along the way. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as we come to the close of this wonderful meeting, what a truly memorable session it has been. We had the privilege of learning from world champion of public speaking, Mohamed. We also witnessed a very meaningful leadership transition. Congratulations to all the new executive committees. We wish you a very successful and impactful term ahead. And also a heartfelt thank you to past international president Richard for leading the installation and also sharing his wisdom with us today. And to everyone who made this meeting possible, thank you for your dedication and contribution. With that, I wish you all have a wonderful day, but not yet to say goodbye, because I think we have something special to celebrate one of our members for his outstanding achievement. So to all WTC members, please get ready with your message in the chat. We're going to blast the chat box together with a video also. Chat's on.
Nope. I'm sorry. Give me a moment. Give me a moment.
I think Eliza, who never sleep, allegedly is very busy working the whole night. Yeah.
Give me a moment.
Yes. So we're going to watch a video and also look up in the chat box a special surprise or a congratulation message.
Oh. Sorry. Something wrong. Give me a moment. Sorry, there is a turbulence in my give me a moment.
No worries, Eliza. You know what? We are still ahead of the schedule, and we have so many guests all over the world who probably have not got a chance to introduce themselves. Maybe we can open 2 minutes for anyone want to say hello. Let's see. Okay, if you can just put the I see. Yeah, just Sukup. I can't say the name. You just unmute yourself and say hi. That's fine.
Hi, I'm Sakuntala from Sri Lanka.
Oh, nice to meet you. Hi,
Hi.
friends from Sri Lanka. All right. Anyone else want to tell us your name and which city you are from? Because I can see we got 7. Oh, yes. Please just unmute yourself, Botisumela.
Hi, namaste.
Namaste, hi, guest rabbi.
Namaste. I'm Ravi Shrestha. I'm from a Himalayan country of Nepal, which lies between India and China. So it's the birthplace of Lord Buddha as well.
Wow, nice to meet you. I always want to visit your country.
Thank you so
Anyone
much.
else? Yeah. Thank you for joining us today. Anyone just yes, please go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. This is Bitumelo. I am joining this incredible club and I am connecting from South Africa in the province of Limpopo.
Wow, South Africa. I feel like we are miles, thousands away, but this platform brings all the Toastmasters or even friends get together. Wonderful. Anyone else? Yes, I see Rachidicitis. Yes.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. My name is Ritsiri Talafala. I'm also from South Africa in the lovely province of Gauteng.
Wow, big hello to you too. I went to South Africa for a wedding last year. What a beautiful country. Now, thank you so much. I see the videos ready. All right, Eliza.
Being a leader is not about being the center of attention. It is about being the epicenter of action. Douglas MacArthur once said that a true leader has the confidence to stand alone, the courage to make tough decisions, and the compassion to listen to the needs of others. He does not set out to be a leader, but becomes one by the equality of his actions and the integrity of his intent. This is also how I view a leader, and are the expectations that I set for myself as I accept the responsibilities of being your Toastmasters International President. This is also what you can expect of me, and I will not let you down. I look forward to serving and working with you during the coming Toastmasters year and witnessing your growth and your success. The future is ours, and our future is now.
It's been a long day without you, my friend. And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
First you both go out your way and the vibe is feeling strong. And what's small turn to a friendship turn to a bond. And that bond will never be broken, the love will never get lost. And when brotherhood come first, then the line will never be crossed. Established it on our own when that line had to be drawn. And that line is what we reach, so remember me when I'm gone.
Without you, my friend. And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Wow. May I please ask everyone to unmute yourself to make some noise? Unbelievable.
Congratulations!
Richard.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
Thank you all.
Unbelievable.
Would you like to say a few words, Richard?
I don't think I have any words I can say after that video.
It's beautiful.
And I do want to say thank you. As a leader I've become, it's because of individuals like you who have provided your support, your guidance, your feedback along the way. I think what I find is that some individuals shy away from giving feedback to leaders who they feel have set a certain bar. And I don't believe I've ever set that bar, at least not the way that I would want to. So receiving feedback along the way helps me grow as an individual too, because you're only as good as your last positive experience with others. So I think each and every one of us has something to learn every day. And that as long as we continue to grow and continue to learn as individuals, helping one another to achieve success, then we're doing what we should be doing. And I hope I continue doing that for you. I hope I continue doing that for the organization. But know that no leader gets to where they are without individuals like you behind them. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Richard, so much for your word of wisdom again. And you really ended the meeting with a high note. Thank you so much for joining us today. Now, as Toastmaster of Evening, I would like to say the meeting is now adjourned. Thank you and safe travels, World Travelers.
Yeah, Richard, can I ask something, Richard? Can I share
Of
the
course.
video in the Facebook?
You can share the video wherever you like.
Yeah!
It's your video.
Which is amazing, by the way.
I change your uniform to pilot.
Well, you've given me